How shall I begin my story that has no beginning? In these arroyos, my great-grandfather raised cattle before the Anglos ever came. Our roots go deep in this place, deeper than the pines, deeper than the mine shafts. This is my village. When I was a child, it was called San Marcos. The Anglos changed the name to Zinc Town. Zinc Town, New Mexico, USA. This is our home. The house is not ours, but the flowers are ours. My name is Esperanza, Esperanza Quintero. I am a miner's wife. 18 years my husband has given to that mine, living half his life with dynamite and darkness. The land where the mine now stands, that was owned by my husband's own grandfather, now it belongs to the company. Who can say when it began, my story? I do not know. But this day I remember as the beginning of an end. It was my saint's day. I was 35 years old, a day of celebration. And I was 7 months gone with my third child. And on that day I remember I had a wish. A thought so sinful, a thought so evil, that I prayed to the Virgin to forgive me for it. I wished that my child would never be born. No, not into this world.
Are you sick, Mama?
No, Estelita.
Are you sad? Are we going to church for your confession?
Later, when I finish ironing.
Fighting again with those Anglo kids.
Oh, they think they're tough.
But you promised me you wouldn't.
Papa says if an Anglo makes fun of you, to let him have it.
Never mind what you, Papa. Hold still. Does it hurt?
Nah. How come the cake?
Never mind the cake. Go get your father when he comes off shift. Tell him to come straight home.
Quintero? Defective fuse? Well, you're all in one piece, so what's the beef?
You know the beef. This new rule of yours that we work alone. We're taking it up with the super.
Super's busy with your negotiating committee.
So much the better.
Now, wait a minute. Super's the one made the rule. He ain't gonna give you no help.
He will if he wants us to go on blasting.
Read your contract. Or get somebody to read it for you. It don't say nothing about no helping.
Listen, Mr. Barton, there's blood in that mine. The blood of my friends, all because they have to work alone. That's how he gets splattered over the rocks, when there's nobody to help check your fuse.
And nobody to warn the other men to stay clear.
Warning's a shift foreman's job.
Foreman wants to get the ore out. Miner wants to get his brothers out in one piece.
You work alone, savvy? You can't handle a job, I'll find someone who can.
Who, a scab?
An American.
Mama.
Shh. Not a word about the cake here.
Papa, is there going to be a strike?
Ramon, I don't like to bother you, but the store lady said that if we don't make another payment on the ready this month, they'll come and take it away.
We are only one payment behind. I argued with her. It isn't right.
It isn't right, she says. Was it right that we bought this instrument? But you had to have it, didn't you? It was so nice to listen to.
I listen to it every night when you're out at the beer parlor.
No money down. Easy term payment. I tell you something. This installment plan, it's a curse of the working man.
Where are you going?
Gotta talk to the brothers.
This water's cold again.
Oh, I'm sorry, the fire's gone out.
Forget it.
Forget it? I chop wood for the stove 5 times a day, every time I remember. I remember that across the tracks, the Anglo miners have hot water in pipes and bathrooms inside.
Do you think I like living this way? What do you want of me?
But if your union, if you're asking for better conditions, why can't you ask for decent plumbing too?
We did. Got lost in the shuffle.
What?
We can't get everything at once. Right now we have more important demands.
What's more important than sanitation?
Safety of the men. That's more important. 5 accidents this week. All because of speed up. You're a woman. You don't know what it's like up there. First, we gotta get equality on the job. Then we'll work on these other things. Leave it to the men.
I see. The men. You'll strike maybe for your demands. But what wives want, that comes later. Always later.
Now, don't you start talking against the union again.
What has it got me? Your union.
Esperanza, have you forgotten what it was like before the union came? When Estella was a baby and we couldn't even afford a doctor when she was sick? It was for our families we met in graveyards to build that union.
All right, have your strike. I'll have my baby. But no hospital will take me because I'll be a striker's wife. The store will cut off our credit and the kids will go hungry. We'll get behind on the payments again. And then they'll come and take away the radio.
Is that all you care about? That radio? Can't you think of anything except yourself?
If I think of myself, it's because you never think of me. Never, never.
Stop it. The children are watching. Stop it.
That's a problem. It has to be taken care of. The company will always tell you those things. We know it's not safe for miners to work alone.
But they don't work alone in other mines. Anglo's always work in pairs. So why should I risk my life? Because I'm a Mexican?
That's in the demands.
We're negotiating.
3 months of negotiations. Nothing happens. Even with Brother Barnes here from the International, what have we got? No raise, no seniority, no safety code, nothing.
Take a drink. Cálmate.
I say we gotta take action, now.
The rest of the men feel the way you do?
He talks for all of us.
Did you ever stop to think maybe they want us to strike?
I don't want no strike. Not with a war boom on.
Then why is the company hanging tough? They signed contracts with the other locals. Why not this one?
Because most of us here are Mexican-American. Because we want equality with Anglo miners. The same pay, same conditions.
Exactly. And equality's the one thing the bosses can't afford. The biggest club they have over the Anglo locals is, well, at least you get more than the Mexicans.
Okay, so discrimination hurts the Anglo too. But it hurts me more. And I've had enough of it.
But you don't pull a strike when the bosses want it, so they can smash your union. You wait till you're ready so you can win.
Do the bosses wait? No sanitation. So my kids get sick. Does the company doctor wait? $20. So we miss one payment on the radio I bought for my wife. Does the company store wait? They will take it away. Why is the boss's store in such a hurry? They're trying to scare us, that's why. To make us afraid to move. To hang on to what we got and like it. Well, I don't like it. And I'm not scared. And I'm fed up till here.
Hey, Ramon, te buscan.
What are you doing here? Something wrong with Mama?
I thought maybe you forgot.
Forgot what?
It's Mama Saint's Day.
He can't wait. It's my wife's ain't day. I was going to ask you, brothers, how about a mañanita, huh?
What time?
For a mañanita, the later the better.
Why are they singing?
They are singing for me.
Can we light the candle?
Yes. Now we can light the candles.
Hurry up now. Come on, Tony.
I did not mean to weep again. Why should I weep for joy?
I'm a fool.
No, you aren't. Was it expensive, the beer?
Antonio paid for it.
Forgive me for saying you never thought of me.
I did forget. Luis told me.
All the next week, I kept thinking about my mañanita. I had never had so nice a party. It was like a song running through my mind, a daydream to lighten the long day's work.
1, 2, 3.
We all forgot our troubles at the mañanita. Even Ramon. I couldn't dance that night, not in my condition. But I wasn't really jealous when he danced with the others, because it was so good just to see him smile again. And then one morning I was hanging out my wash. And while we were talking, the ladies came. They were a kind of delegation. It was about the sanitation, they said. The Anglo miners have bathrooms and hot running water. Why shouldn't we?
Los mineros anglos todos tienen agua caliente corriendo en sus casas. ¿Por qué nosotros no?
I know. I spoke to Ramon about it only a week ago. He said they dropped it from the union demands.
Es lo de siempre.
We've got to make him understand. Make the man face up to it. Show her the sign.
We'll make a lot of signs like this. Then we'll get all the wives together and go right up to the mine.
To the mine?
Sure. Where they're negotiating in the company office, we'll go up there and picket the place.
Then both sides will see women business.
A picket line of ladies?
Sure. Why not?
You can count me in.
Luz.
Listen, we ought to be in a wood choppers union. Chop wood for breakfast, chop wood, wash his clothes, chop wood, heat the iron, chop wood, scrub floors, chop wood, cook his dinner. And do you know what he will say when he comes home? What have you been doing all day? Reading funny papers?
Come on, Esperanza. How about it? We got to.
No. I can't. If Ramon ever found me in a picket line...
He'd what, beat you?
No. Accidente. Kalinsky.
Easy now.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Now, Mrs. Mullins, he's all right.
I want to see now. I want to see.
How did this happen?
Well, he wandered into a drift when that fellow was blasted.
I told you it would happen. It's bound to happen when a man works alone.
Why did you give the man a warning signal?
Your foreman says that's a foreman's job.
Well, I checked the drift just before he blasted. It was all clear. The man must have been asleep or something.
You weren't even there. You were back at the station. Kalinsky told me.
You're a liar, Pancho. A no good, dirty...
You there! You there! Get a hold on yourself. A man's been hurt. I'm as sorry about it as you are, savvy? Accidents are costly to everyone. And to the company most of all. I see no reason to treat the occasion like a paid holiday. Suppose we all get back to work. Martin?
All right, fellas, the excitement's over. Let's get to it.
Ahora, yo creo. Sí. Sí.
What are they saying?
No savvy.
Barnes, what about it? Tell the men to get back to work.
They don't work for me. I work for them.
Luis.
It's up to you, brothers.
Sí. Sí.
See.
Sí. 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 Sí.
See.
See.
Get me!